Hey, it's DJ MOJOE, saving the city one party at a time. Welcome to another video here on my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to share with you this video. It's gonna be a behind the scenes of a recent wedding that I've done at the Sherwood Country Club down in Thousand Oaks, California. If this is your first time, welcome. Just to give you an idea of who I am, I'm a traveling event DJ down here in Southern California, specializing in weddings and private events. So if you are a wedding planner, if you are an engaged couple, or just someone who's just interested in weddings, love, events, this is the video for you. I'll be going in depth, some of the behind the scenes of what I do as a DJ, and hopefully this can kind of give you a more better perspective and will give you more insight of things of what it's actually like to have a wedding, and especially in this video that you're about to watch at the Sherwood Country Club. So you're about to see this video that I'll be playing, and I'll be pausing it in between to give you kind of like a director's cut. I'll be giving you some commentary and giving you more insight about what's happening at that time. So let's begin, and if you haven't done so already, follow me on social media on Instagram at DJ_MOJOE, and you can find more of my content and you get to see more of my events live. So I'm ready to dive in. Let's get to it. Super excited to share with you. This is a beautiful venue, and let's begin. So what you see here is a ceremony site. Right here, it's such a good spot. You have this good view in the background. These are really nice properties, really nice homes that you get to see here. This is the aisleway, and they had some decor right here, some candles and some flower petals, and this is the archway. The acoustics in this area is amazing. I'm using only one speaker, as you can see in this shot, this frame. This is my QSC K8.2 speaker, and it's projecting it this way, and the sound is just incredible. The views, the sound, the vibes, very clean looking. And so this is the ceremony for Kayla and Brian. This is the setup that we have here. There's gonna be more that I'll be sharing with you. So this is really cute. The uncle of the bride actually made this sled for the flower girl and the ring bearer, and it has wheels. Check this out. So during the ceremony, I captured this on my phone, and we had this gentleman wheeling out the ring bearer and the flower girl. This is such a creative idea, and the reason why there's a sled, I forgot to mention, this took place early in December 2021. So they really love the Christmas and holiday theme, and what better way to roll out in a sled for the flower girl and ring bearer. So this is our lovely bride with her parents about to walk down the aisle. So coming from the right side is usually where they line up the wedding party, and I'm set up where we're looking at right now. I work with a planner, giving me the coordination of when to play the music. So it's really good. I get to see the coordinator, the people lined up, and I get to see the ceremony. So I have a good view of both areas. That way I could cue and time the music. And we're working with some photographers who have their tripod stands around here. In the back, I'll show you, we have something really cool. But let's continue with this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, I would like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Brian Griffin.
So check this out, low-key, we have this snow machine in the back hiding behind this column. From my angle, you could see it, but from the audience's angle, you were not able to see this. So when they were pronounced husband and wife, we had this snow machine set off, and as you can see here, it's snow. Not technically snow, but it's a special effect to make it look like snow. So by the way, this music that you're listening to right now is a special edit that the couple has sent me to play during their ceremony. One, when they walk down to the aisle, and the other song as they walk out. So it really depends on what the couple wants, and they chose these songs particularly just because they practice the timing of it, and it has a kind of a Disney themed feel to the music. So they loved it. This is what happened, and people are so excited for our happy couple. They're married. So check this out. People love this opportunity to take some photos. It's falling behind right here, and people are gonna take some pictures. Check this out. So this is the snow machine that you're about to watch. Now, I did not provide this. It was actually the bride's uncle who provided this. He made the sled, and then he also rented out this snow machine. This is a beast, and this thing is called the Atari. So I'm gonna play this clip right here. You'll see what this is all about. This is the snow machine. This is legit. This tubing goes all the way over there, producing that snow you see in the background. Check this out. So if you notice the case, it is big. So the way to transport it, you need a decent sized car, probably maybe a cargo van of some sort. It has wheels and it protects the machine that's actually inside. Once again, this is called the Atari. We use this here during the ceremony, and then the bride's uncle, he moved it over to the reception site for the grand entrance, and I'll show you how that looks like. The brand is called Atari. Snow machine. Okay, so this is the reception. This is the setup and what it looks like. I'm gonna share with you a little bit more, and then I'll explain more about the setup. As you can see here, we have uplights. We chose amber just to set the mood and match the color theme here inside. What you see on the left side was the dance floor, and on the right side is where the bar is. I actually have 4 speakers for this room for the guests. This is a very long rectangular shaped room, and acoustically you would need 4 speakers, 2 for the dance floor, focus on the dance floor, and then 1 on each side of the long rectangular room to cover music and announcements on those sides. So that way everyone can hear the music, they can hear the announcements, and when they do, they're gonna feel more engaged and more present at the wedding. Have you been to some weddings where people can't really hear the music or what's being said? I mean, that's gonna be very important in terms of letting people know exactly what's happening or where to direct their attention to, or things that they could do at the wedding. So in this case, I knew the acoustics of the room and have 4 speakers. Technically 5. I also have a monitor speaker for myself, but 4 speakers to cover the room space. And as you can see here on the right, as we go through this clip, that's where the bar is. So when guests transition from the dance floor to the bar, there's gonna be a balance and continued sound of music when they move from one area to the next. So let's continue. So check this out. This is my video DJ booth that I recently rolled in 2021 and had the pleasure to use this at my events. This is a slideshow that I put together of the couple and a little branded design right here. And yeah, this is very compact. I love it. If you want to check this out for any DJs out there who are watching this video, it's called Toadmatic.com. Highly recommend it. And if you're interested in having this in your setup, let me know and I'll let you know what's required, what's needed. But yeah, it's very clean and I could barely fit in this space right here without overlapping on the dance floor. So this is a perfect size and I could squeeze in behind right here. But yeah, this is the slideshow and people loved it. I think it's just because of the personalized touch that it brings, gives a visual element. And this thing changed videos as well. I have the option to play slideshows. I also have the option to play music videos. Yes, music videos. And I could play other graphics or designs just to help out with the energy of the room. So let me continue playing this right now. But yeah, this is my video DJ booth. Super happy with it. All right, so what you see here is a white dance floor. I'm using my RCF Evox 8 speakers with a moving head. And then this guy right here is actually a monogram projector. The bride's uncle provided this as well. This is a huge professional fixture and it projects a branded logo on the wall. I'm not sure if I captured this on video, but that's what this guy is. If you're seeing this thing right here, it's a projector that's emitting like a gobo on the wall. That's that, my booth. That's the bar I was talking to you about earlier. And then on the other side of the view right here is the rest of the room, and that's where we have the grand entrance. So you're going to see in a bit what that looks like as well. So this is super cool. This is the effect of having snow outside, and considering that it was December, it got dark earlier so that we'd be able to see the snow at night. They also provided the blue up lights outside, and it just created such a magical effect for the reception. And this is the first thing that people see when they walk inside the room, and they're gonna see this during the grand entrance as well. So this is such a cool effect, perfect for the holiday season if you're planning an event similar to this. All right, this is the grand entrance that you see right here. The bride and groom and the wedding party, they come out from this side of the room, and I have my Ford speaker on the right side. You don't see it right now. That's projecting sound for this crowd right here, and also sound out that way, because the dance floor is over to the left. So that's why it's super important to have great sound reinforcement. So they're coming in right now, our amazing team right here of videographers and photographers. So we have Vivian Fox Photography. We also have One Society Films capturing this moment right here. And might as well, I want to give you a shout out to Trisha Maldonado. I work with her, amazing wedding planner. So yeah, we had an A-team wedding vendor professional team for Kayla and Brian's wedding. So they're coming in here. The song they chose was All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. So here it is. This is the monogram, the gobo design from the projector I showed you earlier. They had some pipe and drape right here. This is the sweetheart table, and they had some flowers or floral design right here. They're a little bit elevated on the stage. The Florist by Linda Marshall by Acton Creative Flowers. So we had a grand entrance, we had the first dance, and then we had the welcome from the parents of the bride, and then we had salads, we had speeches, and then now after dinner, what you see right here is a father and daughter dance. The song that they've chose was Moondust by Terry Black, but then we also had a little surprise for the bride. Per request from the father, he wanted me to play Butterfly Kisses. So right after the first chorus of Moondust, I transitioned into Butterfly Kisses. And now this was a surprise to Kayla, our bride, and it was just such a special moment that we created. So I'm really all for surprises, you know, and just want to make sure that it aligns with the vision and what the couple wants. But I'm so happy that they shared that with me. Normally for surprises though, I have to know what's going on, and in terms of preparation, so I can get these songs ready. This is all great, and this is her and her father right here on the dance floor. See, this is the Butterfly Kisses song. Look at that. Look at those expressions on their faces. They're enjoying their moment right here. And this is our groom Brian with his mom, and they've chosen a song, Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. Now it is time to dance. As you can see here, this is the view from the other side of the dance floor, opposite of where my DJ booth is. And my uplights, these are my Ape Labs Maxis. They change color and help make the energy in the room more vibrant and lively. I wanted to take a quick note. I love white dance floors. It just adds so much more elegance and class when people dance. It's so nice, and I'm so glad that I believe this is default by Sherwood Country Club, if I'm not mistaken, but it definitely adds a nice visual element to the wedding day. So that's the gobo in the background. It stands out a lot better, especially at night. So what's really important is I get everyone here dancing, and the beauty of it was even during dinner, I played some music that people were grooving, they were singing, they were bobbing their heads, tapping their toes, and it makes all the difference. The music that I played during dinner, yes, there's gonna be some moments where, you know what, I get it, it's all about the love, and I play a few love songs, but at the same time, I like to keep the energy up, especially when people are eating. Their stomachs are getting full, and I don't want their brain to slow down from digesting the food. So you want to keep them engaged. Instead of dancing, you want to create the environment so that way they can dance. And when they're in the mood, like, hey, I'm playing some jams, they're singing along to it, they're feeling good. And that will translate later. That was going to help you out as a DJ when it's time to dance. So we get them so excited during dinner that during dancing, it's gonna be easy sailing from there. This was super fun. I played a huge variety of music that night. And so just to let you know, especially when we having a large group of people from different cultural backgrounds and coming from different parts of the city, the country, all in one room, it's gonna be very important to be able to read the crowd and being able to just mix the music so that way everyone gets their time and moment to shine. Whether it's like 80s, some 90s, some throwbacks, some current music, some Latin music, you want to keep them engaged and just switch things up. And when they hear a song that they love, keep going for another couple of songs and then switch it, but in a way that makes sense and smoothly transition from one genre to another and involve different age groups. So this has been really fun, and I think one tip to all the DJs out there is that you really want to read the crowd and kind of position yourself as if you were them. Would you dance to the next song that you're thinking of? Does it feed off the energy? And would this take the energy in the crowd to another level? So this whole night was just simply perfect. This was a great song and people were feeling it tonight. So one of the great things about the music is like, yes, you do definitely want to keep people engaged. And one of the things that I do as a DJ is that I subscribe to different DJ pools online. And sometimes I may get some special edits and I'm like, yes, that's a great edit of a particular song. And now in this case, I got this really good mashup of Whoop There It Is with a Black Eyed Peas Boom Boom Pow. And it was such a hit. Like, people knew the words, but with a different beat that they're also familiar with, and it just created another energy. Like, whoa, that was a sick mashup. So this is what I played here, and it went off really well. So what you see right here was the father of the bride rapping to Rapper's Delight. He told me that he knew all the words, and then I told him, I got you. So yeah, he came up to me and told me about this, and then I played the next song, and I handed the microphone. He didn't want to turn it on, he just wanted to lip sing it, but he knew all the words, and everyone was loving it. Now, these are special moments that it was really spontaneous. And I'm very flexible when it comes to that, just because, you know what, we're all being present. Things change. We have to be able to adapt, and it fits with the energy. And if I know it will take things to another notch, to another level, why not? And this was so great. I mean, this was also a really nice little break from just dancing, but this is another form of entertainment. The father of the bride is rapping. I played the whole song throughout and got great reactions from the crowd. So one tip for anyone who's watching this video, whether you're planning a wedding, is try to think about the people who are going to be there at your wedding. If they have any special talents, anything that you may want to highlight at some point in the night. Not to say that we are, but it's good to have that in the back of the DJ's mind or the planner's mind in case that moment does come up. We are at least ready to make that moment happen. But in this case, fortunately, I have a huge music library, and I had the song for the father, and I played it, and I got people hyped up. I didn't just play the song, but I set up the stage so that way people are ready to take in what's about to happen. So it was really great. I set up the moment, and the father of the bride took it away. So this was such a great moment, and the more we can incorporate other elements, not just dancing. A lot of people come up to me and be like, hey, I want our wedding to be fun, I want people to dance, but don't forget that everyone has different definitions of fun. There's different modes and ways of how people are being entertained. So this is just one of them. People aren't dancing, but they're singing along, they're enjoying and seeing the father of the bride rap. But this was a great moment once again, and let's continue with this video. So what you see there, that was a little clip of me. I was glad that my assistant took this of me. This is my booth behind the decks, really. I'm using my Pioneer DDJ SR2 controller, and this is my little mini display, so that way I'm able to know exactly what's happening on the other side of my screen. This is my sound switch board, which I'm able to control my lights. My microphone is all wired to my mixer, so that way I'm hands-free whenever I need to speak on the microphone. There's my laptop on a stand and my iPad right here, so I know what's happening. Instead of carrying paper, I have an iPad that I use, so that way I'm able to see my notes clearly, especially when it gets dark. But this is really cool. I'm happy to kind of blend the music, and the song that I was transitioning to was Play That Funky Music. Did you see that? So you see that strobe effect? That's the beauty of being able to control your lights. Now there are some lights out there that people or DJs they just use, which are like just random colors. I mean, they're called sound active, but they have random program of lights, of color, and the effect that they do. The one that I have, I use a software called Sound Switch, which I was able to do strobe on will, and then I could choose colors, I could choose different scenes, so I have more control of my lights that can match the energy and mood of the music and whatever I'm trying to portray. So in this case, I played Crazy in Love, I played some strobe effects, and it just helps elevate the energy just a little bit more. And people may not realize it, but it does make a difference. They're just in their moment, and that's my goal, is to take all of the outside elements, remove them out of their thoughts, and have them be immersed into the experience that I'm trying to create here. So those are my lights. Been super great in creating this effect for the dance floor. You know, I really like this moment. It's not always just dancing, but there was a time where I think people just needed a break, and it happens. And I admit it, even for myself as a DJ, the dance floor was never empty, which was a great thing. But I gotta admit, sometimes you may get those moments where people start to slowly fizzle away. Sometimes they want to get a drink at the bar, sometimes want to take some photos, want to catch up with their friends. I totally get it. But then it's very important for the DJ to be able to adapt to what's going on and saying, okay, let me switch things up. I noticed that the people in front of me are enjoying the music, but it's not as full as I want it to be. How can I reset the room? So what I've actually done here is, after I played, I think I was playing some 2010s or actually maybe 2000s like pop music, and people were feeling it, but I really want to switch the vibe because I knew that people were getting tired. We got to reset the vibe, reset the energy in the room. I got on the microphone and I helped transition into a slow dance moment, which this is what you see happening right here. So I got everybody who brought their plus ones, their partners, their significant others, or maybe a close friend or someone, complete stranger who they just met at the wedding, who knows. But I asked them to come up here and dance, and I played At Last. And this was a great moment. I know I noticed in this video, I mentioned moments a lot. And that's what it's really all about. We're creating moments and memories and experiences for people that they can take home at the end of the day and just really cherish them. And this is a beautiful moment. I'm so glad that I played a slow song. I mean, after all, it is a wedding, right? So I did this, and then I gradually ramped up the energy a little bit while they're still dancing with their partner. It's not just, okay, here we are slow dancing and then that's it. But then the next thing I have to think about is how can I continue this energy, this momentum that I just created. After that song, I played Can't Take My Eyes Off of You by Frankie Valli. It's another song that went well with That Last. It's nothing too slow, but we're ramping the energy up high just a little bit, not from here to here, but like we have like a medium to, okay, we just had something slow, but now we're picking things up, but still being appropriate while they're dancing with their partner. This is really cool. So just to let you know, for my uplights, what I normally do is that I have them set to amber, a solid color during dinner, and then when it's time to actually dance, I have them change colors. So that way it really switches the vibe and energy of the room. And that is it. I hope this video has been helpful. There was a lot to unpack and cover, and I really just share with you more about the DJ and entertainment perspective on things. For this particular wedding, I was in charge of the music, the sound. I was also in charge of just really leading the crowd as an MC, and I provided the lights as well to give more of a visual element to it. But overall, this was such a great wedding, and the bride came up to me and said, you know what, Joe, our guests loved you. I heard great feedback and compliments from everybody, and this was such a blast. I felt the love, and it was great celebrating with Kayla, Brian, their family, such a loving family, and the guests there were just simply amazing. So once again, this is called the Sherwood Country Club down in Thousand Oaks. I've worked here several times already. It's a great venue in case you're looking for another spot down here in Southern California, looking for a more elegant feel. But just to let you know, that room configuration of how it was long, that's one way how to do things. There's another wedding that I've done here at the Sherwood Country Club. Maybe I can put that video down in the description below, but you can see a different layout of how we had a wedding. So there's different ways how you can have a wedding. I've also attended a wedding here where the main reception was out in the huge green lawn, and that was during summer. It was super nice outside, although it was hot during the day. During the evening, it cooled down and it was just perfect. So that's another option that you can do here. So there's different options, whether you want the reception to be outdoors or indoors, that's totally up to you. And if you're still looking for a DJ for a wedding, not necessarily here at the Sherwood Country Club or any other venue down here in Southern California or outside of Southern California, yes, I do travel. I'd love to talk to you, and I just want to give you a better perspective on things and some things to consider and think about. It's more than just the music. It goes way beyond that, and making sure that your wedding is a success and a fun wedding celebration for your family and friends. So I'd love to have a conversation with you. Down below is a link to my website. You can check me out. You can also check out my Instagram, just see more of my work. And if you really enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. Leave it down in the comment section down below. What's your favorite part about this wedding, or something that you may want to do at yours? Once again, I'm DJ MOJOE, saving the city one party at a time. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and I just want to help you out and just lift the whole industry together, and also being able to inform all the wedding couples out there of what it's like to have the best day of your lives and what it could be. So once again, I'm DJ MOJOE, saving the city one party at a time. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you again in another one of my videos. Take care.